everyone, this is Rachel and I'm here with another process video. Once again, I am working with my scrap room kit and I'm also working with their Freaky Fast Friday August 2016 formula. So there is one piece that is 11.5 by 8, one that is 11.5 by 4, one that is 2.5 by 9, one that is 11.5 by 1.5, one that is 6.5 by 4.5, and one that is 3.5 by 7. So I start placing them in a more vertical, and I realized right away, you know what, I think I want this to be more horizontal. I've got one 4x6 photo that I'm working with. This is going to be a Disney layout. It is actually from a trip I took back in 2007. I mentioned in my Reveal the Kit video that I thought it was 2005 or 2006, but since we had PhotoPass photos, I can tell you it was 2007. I went with a whole bunch of people. I just happened to have this picture with my best friend and her, at the time, daughter. I now refer to him as her son. So once I get my papers pretty much placed the way I want them, I'm going to take my EK Success notebook punch and give several of the pieces a border punch. And then I'm going to take all of my papers and outline them with my Tim Holtz Black Soot ink. Now, this is the second time I've used their Freaky Fast Friday formula, and I really like it. It's a way to break into the kit and not flutter, do I use this or do I use that? Do I cut this or do I cut that? So it works really well for me. They do have a Facebook group, and anyone is welcome to join. You do not have to be a member of the kit club in order to join. So, I have to change my ATG tape, of course, so go ahead and do that, and then I get back to my layout. I also use this red cardstock as my mat for my photo because I'm using a lot of pattern papers that have quite a bit of busy patterns, and I always try to make sure that my photos don't get lost on the page. So because I did that, I wanted to make sure I had that rather large photo mat with that red cardstock. Now, once I get that all placed, I'm going to go ahead and slap it down on the page. And I'm going to go ahead next and start. I know what my title is going to be, because there are so many patterns. I'm just taking a look at what I have for my embellishments, seeing what I have for words on both my sticker sheet and in these wood veneer. And here comes Anthony to say hello. I opened a package, which meant there might be stuff for her to chew on, which there wasn't. I remembered in this Freckled Fawn kit, I had the word magic, and as my title is going to be Welcome to the Magic Kingdom, I wanted to go ahead and use that. I don't believe I had that originally as part of my add-on kit, but I went ahead and added it because I remembered it had that word magic. Now I've got these black glitter jelly bean soup alphas. I think they're called bean boards. And I'm going to spell out the word kingdom. And here I am trying to get her off my paper. And oh, look, paper. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so I've got that spelled out. And I'm going to go ahead, and one of the important things when I use alphas that are non-sticky, so I've got them in a bag or a box, something like that, I always mark them off when I'm finished. If for some reason they don't come with one that's marked off, I go ahead and make something. I write down, usually I use a Project Life card I don't think I'm going to use, and I go ahead and count out what I have for alphas and do that. Okay, now I've moved on to this L Studio smallish medium font, and I love the L Studio font. I think they are the perfect size. I have several different colors, and I'm just going to finish off the rest of my title with that. I use all capital letters for the word welcome, and then lowercase letters for the words to the, and I'm debating back and forth, which is why I haven't glued it down, whether or not I want to color the word magic. In the end, I end up not coloring it, but I was debating it for quite a while and still debating it. So I think I'm going to move on. I am going to move on. I have this gold shimmer tape, and this comes from close to my heart, and I'm just going to tuck it behind that diagonal stripe paper at the top. and then in between the two polka dots at the bottom. And we're not going to talk about the fact that I really should have done that before I glued everything down. It was a pain in the butt to try to get it tucked in, and I will hopefully remember next time to not do that again. Of course, I totally will. Alright, I'm just trimming up the shimmer tape, making sure it ends where I want it to. Now I'm going to add the piece down at the bottom. And same thing. I really should have done this before I glued down everything, because I have to kind of sort of rip up everything, and then it's a little bit lifty. Now, I know some people really like that, like they sew down and then they lift up so it's got depth. It's just not a thing that super interests me. I don't dislike it when I see it on other people's layouts. Just for me, it's kind of like meh. Probably because I'm not a sewer. I don't like to sew. I break machines. So, okay, back to the layout. I add this big ampersand to that area, along with some of these little star stickers, and then I'm still debating on that stupid magic word, but finally I said, you know what, no, I don't want to make it colored, because there's so much color, I'm going to leave it that, so I go ahead, add some glue to it, and get it down. Finally, I made a decision, woo! Alright, and so now it is time to embellish. I pull out pretty much everything I had, and one of the things I did want to add was a journaling block, because everything is so colorful. I knew I was going to need a journaling block to be prominent rather than trying to write on the pattern paper. I pull out that acrylic camera, I pull out some wood veneer arrows, I pull out the let's go on an adventure flare, and I'm just kind of placing them in the areas I believe I'm going to have my embellishment clusters. I'm also going to pull out a couple more of the stickers, including that one that says together. And once I get that down, I'm pretty sure I'm all set. The only thing I'm still considering is what I need around where the journaling spot is. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have down there, so I decided to go ahead and glue down my arrows while I think about that. So while I'm going to go ahead and glue down my journaling spot and go ahead and do the journaling for it. This is our first day in the Magic Kingdom. My nephew had never been before, and he was super excited-ish. The funny thing is he actually didn't realize what the Magic Kingdom was. So we're just in like the downtown area, and he's like, can we go back and swim in the pool? And I thought his mom was going to flip out. Because, he was 6, he had no idea. Okay, going back to the layout, I add some enamel dots in the upper left and the lower right-hand corners, and now I am making up the rest of that cluster over by the journaling spot. I add another sticker from the sheet, another wood veneer arrow, and 3 more enamel dots. Okay, I am almost complete here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Just going to add some Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine and then mop up a little of the mess, and we are done for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you to all my new subscribers. It's awesome knowing you guys want to watch stuff. And thank you to everyone who's been with me since the beginning. You guys are super awesome. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!